Hi guys, it's Leanne here. Hope everybody is okay. So here we go, here's today's class. So what I have here is I have some Alpha Path clay lightener mixed with 20 volume, so nothing too strong. And all I'm doing is I'm just painting over the pre-existing blonde to just make that pop a little bit more and just refresh that back up. So as I'm doing this, I'm painting it on the mids of the hair first, then I go up and blend, and then I pull it down to the ends last. Okay, so when you are blending up with your brush, okay, just use the corner tip of your brush. Don't scrape the paint down, just use the corner tip of your brush and gently feather it up. If you struggle with blending that up, you can use a clean brush to help you blend the bleach up. Okay, so I'm trying not to go over any of the brown because I don't want that to lift warmer in those places. So this took in total 15 minutes for me to paint the whole head. So just something super quick, just to take out any of the old toner and just to help refresh it, that's all. So you could have done this wet, or you can do it dry like me. It doesn't really matter. You'll get a little bit more lift if it's not wet, but it will still do the job. So you can see it lifting. So I processed for 15 minutes, that was all. And now we're going to tone. So I have mixed 09.1 in the gloss colourware, which is a 1:2 mixture. And I've just applied that on the bits that I've just lightened back up. It is quite a loose texture, so it is quite runny. I processed that for 20 minutes and then gave the hair a good rinse and shampoo and condition. We did put a conditioning mask on the hair as well. So what I like to do when I'm cutting is I like to do a little bit of a rough cut when it's wet, and then I do all of my texturising when the hair's dry. So I'm just putting it straight down and just a nice one length blunt cut. I do go over and double check my cut once the hair's been blow dried. Okay, so my client here absolutely loves her bangs and she wants them cut back in. So but I'm pulling it the centre of the bangs right down to the front, to the length a little bit longer to where I want them, because then I can trim them up once it's been blow dried. Putting it up just to give it a little bit of a layer so it's not so thick and heavy. So now I'm pulling those side pieces in. I'm just using my scissors to shatter down to give a really soft feathered look. And I am over directing it to the other side of the face, each section. I'm just putting it up now, over directing it back into the centre and just chipping into just those very edges. And like I say, I will go back in once the hair is dry and retexturise. I've just popped in here some Olaplex 6 mixed with my Semidolino oil from Alpha Path. I'm preferring this oil to Olaplex. It's a little bit more on the thicker side. So when I'm blow drying anything that's got any kind of face framing shape around the front, I always blow dry it towards the client's face like this. So I am literally stood in front of the client and blow drying it forwards. So the bang at the front, I blow dry it forwards, and then I pull it to the side, almost creating a C curve. So it sits on their face, but then it curves off their face. So I always pull the hair with my brush and I blast each section. Rather than going in and blasting all the hair, I blast each section as I'm drying. So I blast it underneath, I blast it on top, and I pull the section down. I've got quite good tension in my brush when I am blow drying. So you can see at the beginning then where I blast the top of the hair. And I give the underneath a blast too, which helps to dry those roots a little bit quicker. There we go, you can see it again. And by blasting the hair like that and using your brush to do it, it doesn't create frizz at the roots. So if you can get a really nice, smooth blow dry, then your finish, once you've curled it, will look so much nicer. You get that shine to it. So we can see my face frame in there. I already know that it's going to look amazing once I've finished texturising into it. Almost there now with the blow dry. Again, blasting the cuticle down, pulling it with my brush, getting lots of tension. There we go. Okay, so I'm just spinning the gown round so that the openings don't make my hair sit funny. So I always, long hair, I always check my cut when the client's standing up. And I always pull the hair round to the front like that and make sure we're level at the front. So I'm just pulling my bangs up, just chipping into those ends. And we're all good to go. So I've just sprayed in my Alpha Path thermal spray. So I've got my Diva hair straighteners here. So what I'm doing is I'm separating the hair into 3 sections, and I'm going into the centre of the head at the back with my waves. Okay, so I'm taking quite large sections. I'm putting my straighteners in as they are angled down towards the floor, as you can see. and I'm turning them once and then just slowly pulling them down the hair all the way to the ends. I want the ends to be in the curl. So when you're doing this, make sure each section that you pull out to ready to curl, as you can see, some of them I'm having to comb because I want them to be super smooth. I don't want any lumps, any bumps, as that won't make my wave sit as nice. Okay, so I'm curling these back off the face. And making sure that I am pulling my curl more down than I am out to me, which will stop me from creating so much body. So I'm just combing it out now with my Tangle Teaser and some hairspray just to give a soft wave. So there we are, guys. Hope you've enjoyed that. Have a lovely day. Bye.